Hey guys, what's up? Today I wanted to talk about Ohtani. You know, everybody talks about Ohtani, but I just want to talk about something different that I think I can provide that nobody else really is. So there's some video of him hitting home runs in the house that Ruth built, and then they tore down and then rebuilt because they had to rebuild Yankee Stadium. Anyways, Ohtani, everybody says is the new Babe Ruth because he's a pitcher and a hitter, okay? He pitches and he hits, and the last guy to really do that was Babe Ruth about 100 years ago. And there's that connection that everybody makes between the two that, you know, these guys kind of play the same way. They lefty hitters who hit home runs and they pitch, you know, they're very similar to each other, right? They're very comparable to each other. But what I'm here to tell you is that Babe Ruth actually created Shohei Ohtani. See, in 1934, it was the end of Babe Ruth's career. You know, he was kind of winding down. He was in his late 30s. And he went on a promotional tour of Japan. A promotional tour to kind of bolster relationships between the United States and the Japanese governments. And him, you can see Lou Gehrig's there in the front. He took this team of all-stars to Japan to kind of tour baseball around. And 500,000 people showed up. Like he had won the World Series in Japan. And people came out from miles just to see the Sultan of Swat, the Colossus of Clout, the Maharaja of MASH. You know, he was an absolute hero to them. He was an absolute hero to everyone back then. So he came and he totally promoted the game to the Japanese fans. And they did 17 games. They actually won 16 of 17. Babe Ruth hit 13 home runs, I believe. And yeah, this is amazing video. Like loaded crowd, sell out every single game. And this spread baseball in Japan. It created the first Japanese professional leagues. But what this also did was it gave the Japanese a chance for a hero to rise. And that was a young pitcher named Eiji Sawamura. He was a young pitcher who in succession struck out Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Jimmy Fox, and played the entire game and only gave up one run. So that created a hero, an icon in Japan for them to cheer. And this was the origin of why Japan is so in love with baseball.
I can't go on forever. Somebody's got to take my shoes and take my place. But you can bet your sweet life that I won't play until I drop. But I'll play until I damn near drop. Thank you.
So once again, I just think that it's wild that Babe Ruth looks for his successor, says that speech in Japan, and then 100 years later, maybe that speech came all the way back, and we have Shohei Ohtani today. That just feels like poetry to me.